have a statement from Magnus. Go. All right, here we go. Here is a statement from Magnus regarding the last few weeks. Okay, let's go. Here we go. Showtime. Dear Chess World, at the 2022 Sinkfield Cup, I made the unprecedented professional decision to withdraw from the tournament after my round 3 game against Hans Niemann. A week later, during the Champions Chess Tour, I resigned against Hans Niemann after playing only one move. I know that my actions have frustrated many in the chess community. I'm frustrated. I want to play chess. I want to continue to play chess at the highest level in the best events. I believe that cheating in chess is a big deal and an existential threat to the game. I also believe that chess organizers and all those who care about the sanctity of the game we love should seriously consider increasing security measures and methods of cheat detection for over-the-board chess. When Niemann was invited last minute to the 2022 Sinkfield Cup, I strongly considered withdrawing prior to the event. I ultimately chose to play. I believe that Niemann has cheated more, and more recently than he has publicly admitted. His over-the-board progress has been unusual, and throughout our game of the Sinkfield Cup, I had the impression that he wasn't even tense or even fully concentrating on the game in critical positions while outplaying me as black in a way I think only a handful of players can do. This game contributed to changing my perspective. We must do something about cheating, and for my part going forward, I don't want to play against people that have cheated repeatedly in the past because I don't know what they are capable of doing in the future. There is more that I would like to say. Unfortunately, at this time, I am limited in what I can say without explicit permission from Niemann to speak openly. So far, I have only been able to speak with my actions, and those actions have stated clearly that I am not willing to play chess with Niemann. I hope that the truth on this matter comes out, whatever it may be. Sincerely, Magnus Carlsen, World Chess Champion. Okay, wow. Wowzers, you guys. This is huge. So again, to give my opinion, I think it's very clear now what the realities are of the situation. That Magnus, it seems to me, thinks that Hans was cheating in the game that they played in the Sinkfield Cup, despite what was said by the organizers, despite what was said by the arbiters at that tournament in St. Louis, despite what was said by Ken Regan. It's very clear that Magnus thinks that Hans was doing something during the game. So this is the mic drop moment that I think everybody was waiting to see. And at the end of the day, I think we're gonna have to figure out what how we proceed from here. Definitely. And so a lawyer reviewed this letter first. Absolutely. Absolutely, a lawyer looked at this first. So exactly what Hikaru said the entire time. Magnus believes Hans cheated recently. Yes, of course, obviously. Like there was no other alternative. I know everybody, there were a lot of people for a long time who wanted to pretend that it could be something to do with hacking and leaks. Very clearly did not have anything to do with that. I would also say it's also extremely clear from this letter that Magnus has put out that essentially Hans, I think it's basically what it sounds like is Magnus has something, who knows what he has, but in order for him to release it, I'm guessing Hans has to say like, okay, I won't sue you or I won't do anything of that nature is my read. That has to be what is going on here. And so Hans has to, I guess, like, it feels like the ball is very clearly in Hans's court now. He has two people who are basically saying, you gotta give us permission to say stuff without any legal repercussions. If you do that, then everything comes out into the open. It seems very, very clear that when chess.com put out their statement in regards to the online stuff, that they basically said they had presented Hans with something, and if Hans was willing to discuss it publicly, they could. If he wasn't, they could not, is what it sounded like. And Magnus sounds like the same thing, where Magnus is essentially saying, if Hans basically says, I'm not going to sue you, or I'm not going to do any legal action, or I won't take any legal action, then Magnus will come out with everything he has. So it feels like the ball is very clearly in Hans's court right now. Now, what will Hans do here is the big question. Now, if Hans does not say anything, I mean, I think that looks very suspicious. So you assume that Hans, if Hans is truly innocent in all of this, Hans should basically come out and say, okay, like, show me what you have, and that's that. Basically, like, show me what you have, and that's that. End of story. If Hans doesn't give permission, I mean, I think it's very clear, isn't it? I mean, I don't know. I mean, it feels like, that has to be the situation, no? Can I check the game? Actually, if my mods can give me the PGN of that game, I will take a look at the game. Hans isn't going to say anything and just pretend nothing happened. I mean, if Hans doesn't say anything, I mean, the way I see it, it feels to me like he must be admitting something then, right? That has to be the case. I mean, there's no other actual answer to all of this as I see it. I mean, what other answer can there be? I mean, taking the fifth is not admission of guilt, but Hans has said that like he's completely clean, he's done nothing over the board. He's said that. So then, I mean, if that's the case, why is he not coming out and saying anything? Mr. Beast, of course, we don't know yet. Mr. Beast retweeted. I mean, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to get into. See a bunch of random. There's gonna be a lot of random garbage, so I'm not gonna scroll through it. Well, let me see what Mr. Beast said. Mr. Beast Twitter. 1 second. Yeah, let's see. Tweets and replies. Let's see. What did Mr. Beast say? What did he do? He said, oh, he made a joke. He said,